Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we want to continue in our series on Arena. I am B-Hub and I'm excited to bring you this counter video today. I want to start bringing you videos on how you counter certain heroes, and today is about Reshard the Tower. As many of you know, he is a monster in Arena and we want to figure out how do we take him down. So, if you're new to the game and you're wondering why is he so good, it's all because of this ability right here, Zone of Protection. It places a block damage buff on all allies for 2 turns. Now yes, block damage does exactly what it sounds like. Your allies can take no damage for 2 turns. This is a super powerful ability, and if you want to be able to win, you have to be able to deal with this ability. Now, there are 2 strategies in dealing with the tower, and it's this. You either need heroes that are going to go before him and they're going to be able to place a debuff on him, so perhaps provoke or sleep or block cooldown skills or stun, something like that. You want an ability like that where you can go first and you can hit him and prevent him from using this ability. So for an example, I use Seeker all the time. Seeker is a super strong hero in Arena. It is a undead horde hero, and Seeker has the ability to attack one enemy 2 times and has a 25% chance, but if you level it up, it's more of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn. So if you go first and you provoke him, he has to use his first ability. He can't use any of his cooldown abilities. So you'll see this. I use it with Martyr all the time as well. I'm going to throw up some videos and we're going to kind of take a look at perhaps how this works in Arena. So our first one, we're going against Reshard the Tower. And so our ideal, what we want to do is we want to be able to provoke him. So Seeker's going to go first. I'm going to attack this guy because he boosts the turn meters of everybody. And then Martyr is going to go and place that provoke buff. So because he is provoked, he cannot use his Zone of Protection ability. So when he goes, he just hits and we take him down, no problem, no questions asked. So that's one way that you can do this, and you don't really need like the best Arena heroes to even do it. So for instance, a person that you could bring is Eothar. Eothar is a pretty solid hero. He has the ability to block the cooldown skills, but he also has a backup. In his A1, he has the ability, a chance of stealing a random buff. So if you miss the block cooldown skills, you have the potential to steal the buff from him. So it kind of gives you 2 outs. But Eothar I use primarily for clan boss. But I'll show you, even in clan boss masteries and clan boss gear, Eothar is able to help win a fight against the tower. So here we are, we're going to go first. My Seeker is going to attack this Seeker because I'm going to decrease this turn meter, as you can see right there. And then Martyr has the ability to put the counter, but she doesn't. She misses the provoke. But Eothar doesn't. He blocks the cooldown skills of the tower. And we go on to just continue to fight this battle. I'm going to rewind to the end. Kind of here, we knocked everybody else down. And look, we're going to re-block those cooldown skills. So he never has the opportunity to use this ability. So that's one way that you can potentially go about doing this. Some other heroes that you can use somebody like Anointed. He's a pretty solid one that you could potentially use. He has a couple of ways around this. His first way is if he goes first, then he has a chance of freezing the tower, which means you will prevent him from using that skill and you have an opportunity to kill him before he goes. The other one is this. He attacks one enemy 2 times and each hit has a chance of stealing a buff. Now here's the cool thing about stealing buffs from the tower is when you steal them from him, you steal it and you get a Zone of Protection, which means he won't be able to die until that buff expires on him. And then he also has this ability to boost the turn meter of all allies, which is super helpful as well. So maybe that's somebody you could use if you don't have anybody better. Now, the other thing that you can do, actually let's do one more. We'll do a new hero that you can use to counter. So here's Basilisk. Basilisk has the ability to just place a stun debuff on an opponent. So he has to go first, which means that you're probably going to want a hero like Seeker who can boost the turn meters of your heroes and help your whole team go first. But Basilisk can go, he can place a stun debuff on Reshard, and that will be able to prevent him from using his ability, and then you can take him down after that. So any hero like that That's your first strategy. Now the second strategy is you're going to have to figure out, okay, well, what do I do if he gets this up? Like, what if he actually this ability goes off? How do I handle it then? And then you're going to need heroes that can either steal the buff or can remove the buff. So for example, I'll use Ray for me. So I have Ray. She's a Dark Elf Legendary, and she has the ability on her A3 to remove all buffs from opposing heroes. So as you'll see here, we're going to go. I'm going to attempt to provoke him. I miss. We're going to go again. We miss on our provoke twice. So now all of the people have this ability. So we have to deal with it. So she's going to go, and then Ray's going to go, and she's going to banish. And look, we're going to remove the buff from every single person, and we actually froze 2 of the characters. So with that, we're able to handle it. So what you need if he gets this buff off is you're going to need heroes that are going to be able to remove or steal buffs. So Ray is obviously a really good one if you want a high-end hero. Another one that I use frequently is this guy, Skartorsis, or however you say his name. His A1 has the ability to steal a random buff. As you saw, Aothar has the ability to steal buffs. Anointed has the ability to steal buffs. Let's go back to our barbarians. Let's do another new hero. Sikira, or however you say her name. She has a great ability. Attacks all enemies 3 times, and each hit has a 40% chance of removing a random buff from the target. So you get multiple opportunities in this attack. If you can level this up, you get 3 60% chances to remove buffs from your opponents, which means she can take those buffs down too. So that's what you're going to be looking for. So there you go. Those are your 2 strategies to counter Reshard. You either need to go first and you need to debuff him, or you need to have heroes that are going to be able to remove buffs from other heroes or steal them. That's going to be what you're looking for. I hope a couple of these heroes that I threw out there helps you today. I want to take a quick second and discuss some rare heroes. Now, here's the thing. With the rare heroes, you're talking about, when we're talking about Reshard the Tower, this is the higher tier class that you're going to see him in mostly. Maybe some people will get lucky in lower tiers and get him, but you're going to see him a lot in gold and things like that, which means whatever hero you bring, you're going to need to level up, which is a time and a resource investment. It means you're going to have to ascend, you're going to have to, 5-star, 6-star these heroes. So I want to make sure that whoever you bring could have a potential better investment in the future. So let me show you what I mean. So you have somebody like Courier here, who he has an opportunity to freeze, which is an opportunity to place the debuff. He has attack one enemy 3 times with the chance of removing a debuff, and he can do this decreased speed thing, which is good. I think he is a good hero in Arena earlier on, but I wouldn't recommend you taking him to 6 stars and fully ascending him and bringing him to these fights. I think there are plenty of better heroes to use. So whenever you're trying to find this hero, who am I going to use to be my counter, you want to look at people who are going to scale up and you don't think you're going to be replaced easily. Now, one that I say it can be pretty good, here's what you're going to be looking for. Do these heroes have applications in other places other than Arena? I think that's going to be one of the big things that I'm going to ask. Do they have other applications? Now, if you've seen my guide on Veteran, you know that Veteran can be used to fight Nightmare Clan Boss, so he's a pretty strong one because he has this decreased attack on his A1. Now, in Arena, he also has another ability. Attacks all enemies, a 50% chance of placing a blocks buff debuff for 1 turn, and the damage increases according to his max HP. Now, this can be used to potentially block the buff from landing on the opponents. And even if this only hits 2 of the 4 heroes, you now have targets that you can take down while the zone of protection wears off on the other allies. But Veteran, I would recommend him because he can be used in other places. He's not just a solely Arena hero. So be looking for that whenever you think about investing in these rare heroes. Who am I going to think is going to last, have longevity, going to be able to last into the end game, and I can safely invest my time and my resources in? I think Veteran's a good option for you if you're looking for something like that. This blocks buffs. It only lasts for 1 turn, but it's still a pretty solid ability to be able to use to help your counters. That's going to be what you're looking for. I hope a couple of these heroes that I threw out there helps you today. You have a rare option and some epic options, some legendary options, and those aren't the only options, but you know what to look for. So there you go. There you have it. I hope this helped. If this helps you in any way, hit like and subscribe. And until next time, peace out. And hey, let me know in the comments, what do you want to see next? What heroes are you struggling with that you want to know how to counter?